Yes. Obviously, Billy Connolly, you see there in dramatic roles. Excellent. Amanda Peet, who you saw there, also plays an FBI agent. Exhibit, who you know from Pimp My Ride, plays a guy who fixes Mulder and Scully's car up really cool. He plays an FBI agent too.
God, this sounds great. What was it like being on the set with those actors again? Did it seem really familiar, or was it a new experience?
You mean with David and Jillian?
Yeah.
Yeah. With David and Jillian, we've worked together for so long. I've talked about this, but there was when they came to my house to read the script, we did a read-through, which was essentially a rehearsal for us. When they came to my house, I looked across the table at these people, and I realized that I had spent so much of my life and of my creative life with them, and our lives had changed so much during the course of those 10 years for me, 9 years with them, but 16 years that had passed since I first met them. I was struck. It was a very, very emotional moment for me. But beyond that, there's a shorthand we have. We all know each other. I know how they work. I know how Jillian works. I know she's got such a perfect idea of who Scully is, and Mulder. David knows who Mulder is, and you can see. If I'm directing her, and she sees me do anything like directors tend to look at their watches because they're racing the clock and they're racing time. If she sees one glance at my watch, she's just on me. She knows that I'm not paying attention to her performance. I better do this more than once, and it keeps you on your toes.
I think the other thing that was different this time was that when we were doing the TV series, it was just hard work, especially with David and Jillian. You can imagine doing a show like the X-Files where there were so many scenes. And pressure, every week another episode. And now, coming back after the passage of time, there's an appreciation for the work and also for how lucky we are, both for the work we've done and for the work we're able to do right now. So it created a really nice atmosphere, and I think it felt like family. It sounds like a cliche, but it really did.
It must have been really different shooting this film than it was to shoot Fight the Future 10 years ago, when you were in the middle of producing the TV show and you had to take time out of that and make a film with the same characters in it.
I like to call that the worst year of my life.
We also were doing a second TV show during that period, so it was about as much output as I think any film production company can really muster.
How long did it take to shoot this film?
I think it was 59 or 60 days of filming, which is
short.
It's short, and it was a modest budget. It was a short prep and a very, very short post. For example, I have a contractual 10-week director's cut that I get as a result of my being a union director, a GA director. I showed the first cut to the studio 3 weeks after 3 weeks of work. It's only because the opening day that they gave us was hard and fast, and by the time we finished the movie, finished filming in March, and really got going, we had no choice but to work at a television base.
Yeah, it's a good thing we have all that TV experience. The funny thing is that when they told us they were giving us the green light for the movie, we said, great, so it's going to get an announcement in the trades tomorrow. And then we read the trades and saw that it was coming out July 25th. And it was like, so it was not an option.
Well, one thing I know we need to talk about, we're here at the Apple store, surrounded by all these amazing products, and you used one of them in making this film. You used Final Cut Pro to do the editing, am I right?
We did, and we wrote the script on our Macs.
And we talked on our iPhone. We don't get paid by Apple for saying anything.
But seriously, how does using Final Cut Pro, when I'm covering independent filmmakers who made a film for $250,000, that's the product that they use. How is it different as a filmmaker from working with more conventional editing tools?
Well, I mean, we started editing the X-Files on the Avid system. We worked on that system, this great system. And then I actually, when we finished the X-Files, I went and I took a class on Final Cut Pro because I wanted to learn it. And so I knew Final Cut Pro. I mean, I knew essentially how it worked. So it was a natural, I think, to use it. But I've got nothing bad to say. It was fantastic. It was fast. I have another project that I'll be working on. I'm going to do that in a month or two.
Awesome. And now, this is probably a premature question. I'll ask it anyway. Is there a possibility of another X-Files film after this?
If reviewers like you get behind us.
That's too much responsibility. I'm going to put that responsibility on you guys. You're the ones who decide if there's another film after this one.
You know, we all like to keep doing them, but we wrote this movie knowing full well that was not a certainty. So we just said we're going to make the best movie we can with these characters, and if it's the last time we see them, we want to be proud of the way they went out. So that's the movie you're going to see. It's not a tease for more movies, although certain movies are a possibility.
Thanks, guys. And now I want to open it up to questions from the audience, if we can do that. I think we have some microphones. I see one over here and one over here in the back. Just